Shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And this is another example of the meekness and the spirituality of David, man. This is an example here that we can learn from and follow. So, bit of context. This is during the time when David was on the run, basically, driven out from Jerusalem by his own son, Absalom, who tried to usurp the kingdom from him, usurp the throne. Okay? Now it says, and when King David came to Bahurim, behold, thence come out a man of the family of the house of Saul. Alright, so previously the war that was between the house of David and the house of Saul, which David prevailed through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. The kingdom was rent from Saul and given unto David, and it says, whose name was Shimei, the son of Jerah. He came forth and cursed still as he came. So he was obviously hurt based upon what happened between David and Saul. So he come out, was cursing David out, man. It would have been a Benjamite as well, boy, because hey, boy, when Benjamin start cursing, man, it's a different thing. But anyway, and he cast stones at David and at all the servants of King David. And these servants that were with David, these are the mighty men. So these men were expert killers, man. Serious, spooky, very spooky individuals. Very spooky. You read about these guys. These weren't the kind of guys you should be playing with. All right, very spooky individuals. All right, we might read about them sometime. Right, so he said, and he cast stones at David and at the servants of King David, and all the people and all the mighty men were on his right hand and on his left. And thus said Shemaiah when he cursed, come out, thou bloody man, and thou man of Belial. So basically he was calling David a devil. He was calling David a bloody man, a murderer, based upon the blood that was spilt in the house of Saul, which that was a fair game. The only man that really fell unrighteously during that war was Abner. And that wasn't by David's hand. Joab did that of his own accord. But anyway, said, the Lord hath returned upon thee all the blood of the house of Saul, right, in whose stead thou hast reigned. And the Lord hath delivered the kingdom into the hand of Absalom thy son. And behold, thou art taken in thy mischief, because thou art a bloody man. Which, that wasn't true what he was saying. David wasn't being punished because of what happened to Saul, but it says, then said Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, one of the chief captains, man. I believe he was part of the three which was under the top three. So, boy, oh boy, spooky individual, trust me. Why should this dead dog curse my lord the king? Let me go over, I pray thee, and take off his head. And trust me when I say that weren't no joke. Real head removal specialist back in them days. And the king said, what have I to do with you, ye sons of Zeruiah? So let him curse, because the Lord hath said unto him, curse David. So he was like, spiritually, he was humble. Again, there's that meekness. He spiritually discerned what was happening, man. And he says, who shall say then, wherefore hast thou done so? And David said to Abishai, and to all his servants, behold, my son which came forth of my bowels seeketh my life. How much more now may this Benjamite do it? Let him alone and let him curse, for the Lord had been in him. So he was like, listen, man, this dude's set up in the spirit to chastise me, man, to add hell onto me. He said, it may be that the Lord will look on mine affliction and that the Lord will requite me good for his cursing today. So Lord might turn around and have mercy on him and say, yo, look, he's catching all this hell. All right? And now, if David was in his feelings, hey, one word and that guy's head would have came off, you know? But being the meek man that he wasn't overcome with emotion. He was a spiritual man, you know? So, you know, with all that was happening to him, man, all the hell he was catching, you know, he could have been in his feelings. Anyone that looked at him wrong, dead out here, trust me, and that man would have did it. But he was humble, meek, under self-reflection, being spiritual, you know. And a lot of guys, they wouldn't be in that spirit, man. They would have just been wrathful, just kill anyone, done off people to appease their emotions and their feelings, man. So why do I say this? I say this because sometimes, all the time, you got to be spiritual. It's not every time you jump to wrath. It's not every time you jump to judgment. Sometimes it seems like a man wronged you, which this Benjamite was wronging him and was in the wrong. But even though he was in the wrong, David took it like, you know what? Let me turn the other cheek, man. Peradventure the Lord will have mercy on me, because maybe I do deserve to get cursed out for one thing or another, you know?